Welcome to another episode review of Transformers Prime. Today we're taking a look at the episode Sick Mind. In this episode, Optimus Prime is infected with the Plague of Rust. The Cybonic Plague. Plague of Rust? Why did I say that? I must be getting my Cybertronian plagues confused. So anyways, in this episode, Optimus is sick with Cybonic Plague, a creation of Megatron himself. And he alone has the cure. So Bumblebee, with the help of RC, must sneak on board the Nemesis, jack into Megatron's mind, and find the cure in his twisted head. We begin this episode with the Autobots receiving an Autobot emergency beacon. Optimus and Ratchet go to investigate.
These Autobots didn't perish in the crash. They're displaying the effects of a virus.
This is a plague ship.
Don't touch anything. No.
See, this is why you wear your mask. Oh wait, Optimus was wearing his mask, but it dripped in his eye. So maybe Optimus should have been wearing a full face shield. Or maybe goggles like the rescue bots have. Is that why they have those?
The virus wiped out millions on Cybertron during the Great War.
Cybonic Plague was engineered in the Decepticons' biological warfare program by Megatron himself.
Aw man, I really want to make a joke here comparing Megatron to a certain other evil tyrannical leader, but I don't want to get into political conspiracy theories and stuff like that. This episode is already too close to current events as it is. Our C and B ground bridge onto the Nemesis, where they discover that Megatron is still technically alive and being kept on life support. And I like that there's kind of a continuity between this episode and the last one, as a couple episodes ago in Speed Metal, we saw Breakdown cleaning up Megatron. And in this one, it looks like he's all done. So I guess Breakdown finished his job. Wait, so if Knockout is the Decepticons' version of a doctor, does that mean that Breakdown is his nurse? Now I want to see Breakdown in a sexy little nurse outfit.
Hello, nurse.
Also, does that mean that polishing a Transformer is like the Cybertronian equivalent of giving them a sponge bath?
6:30, time for your sponge bath. Is it 6:30 already?
Okay, enough of new fan art ideas.
Does he display brainwave activity?
Spiking hard. His sick mind's still at work.
Title drop. So Ratchet recommends that they use a cortical psychic patch to enter Megatron's mind, which is actually the first mention of this device or procedure in Transformers. And while they would reuse this idea in other Prime episodes, of course, this would be even more frequently used in the future series Transformers Cyberverse, especially in the first season, where almost every episode had Windblade using it to jack into Bumblebee's head and help him restore his lost memories. So it's kind of funny how in this episode, where the cortical psychic patch was invented, we also see Bumblebee using it here, but to explore Megatron's mind, not his own.
Why has the electromagnetic shielding not been repaired?
The crews are working as quickly as they can, Lord.
Ouch, that's not cool, Starscream. You cannot strike an employee like that. Do you want Steve to file an HR complaint against you?
Michael, you just physically assaulted an employee. Can we talk in private?
Yes, of course. What is this in reference to?
I love how Starscream and Knockout schemed to commit regicide on Megatron.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Poor choice of words there, Starscream. Because didn't you already give Knockout a scratch a couple episodes ago?
Where's that?
B says it looks like Kaon, the Decepticon capital back on Cybertron.
You got all that from just 2 beeps? Unless, of course, Bumblebee previously told Raph about Kaon, and Raph was just elaborating for Jack and Miko. So we see one of Megatron's fantasies, repeatedly destroying Optimus. But Bumblebee interferes, awakening Megatron's consciousness.
If you're in my head, I am not one with the Allspark. So tell me, Scout, do I still function?
Nice reference to the G1 movie.
Wait, I still function.
Wanna bet?
And I love how Bumblebee actually outthinks Megatron here.
B told Megatron if he lets the plague virus destroy the real Optimus, Megatron will never get the chance to do it himself.
Smart.
Twisted.
However, back in the real world, the other Decepticons become aware of the cortical psychic patch.
You must guarantee my recovery, or Optimus fades to gunmetal gray.
Another cool nod to the G1 movie. But luckily, Ratchet has been recording their conversation, so they get the formula for the cure and Optimus is healed. But while being unplugged, it seems that Megatron followed Bumblebee and is now in possession of his body. Which kind of reminds me how in the Matrix movies, Agent Smith copied himself over the human Bane and was able to take over his body in the real world. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what Megatron plans to do in Bumblebee's body in the next episode of Transformers Prime. For now, I will say that this was a pretty good episode of Transformers Prime. It was interesting seeing inside Megatron's head, if a little boring. Seriously, he dreams about destroying Optimus over and over in one shot? Not even a fight? Why not slap around Starscream a little bit for a change? And like I mentioned, this episode was especially notable for the invention of the cortical psychic patch, which would be used a lot in Transformers Cyberverse. Well, what did you think of this episode of Transformers Prime? As always, let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you back here for the next episode of Transformers Prime, Out of His Head, the second part of this sort of mid-season two-parter. See you then.